Good morning, YouTube. Oh, good afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. So I just wanted to pop on real quick, see what's been going on. I have been offline for days because sometimes I just ain't got it to do. But I figured I'd pop on this Saturday afternoon, see what's going on with everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice Saturday. Um, I really don't have much to talk about, honestly. That's why I said it's an open panel discussion. If anybody wants to click the link. But I have been. Oh, before we get started, I wanted to offer my condolences to hey Lady T, how you doing? Hey Ronnie Q. I wanted to offer my condolences to Lady P and her family. There's been a couple of people from this sector that have succumbed to hey Battle Roach succumbed to the COVID. This COVID is real. Hey allegedly. Hey kind to me. Thank you guys for popping on. Um, Seems to me like this COVID ain't no joke. With this what do you call it, the Delta variant is really starting to affect more and more families in all around the world, but in this country in particular, I don't know. Well, I know, but it's starting to affect, in my opinion, a lot more black people, a lot more black families. And I'm just happy that I haven't lost anybody in my family, you know. And it's a scary situation, in my opinion. Undeniable brilliance. How you doing? And it's just a scary thing, and nobody is invincible, you know. And hey, Kwani, nobody is invincible, you know, and tomorrow ain't promised to you. That's how, that's the way I see it. And so for that reason, like I said, I wanted to offer my condolences to Lady P, and her family. I don't know anybody. Mind your own. How you doing? No, I don't know anybody on these streets. For real. Thank you, Kwani. I don't know anybody for real. Like I said, but I am a human being, and everybody is deserving of dignity and respect. And for that reason, I'm offering my condolences. Hey Joyce, how you doing? Hey Kim, how you doing? And I heard that Lady T. Hey Trent, how you doing? Lady T had children. And I can't imagine what those her children are going through right now. I don't know how old they are, but anytime, hey Demetrius, anytime you lose a parent, it's very it's like a part of your world is caved in. I am a motherless child, you know, and so I don't think you ever get, over losing a parent, and so like I said, I don't know anybody on here for real, but for humanity's sake, we are all deserving of dignity and respect. So I wanted to offer my condolences. And absolutely, Battle Roach, please wear your mask. If nothing else, wear your mask. Just have and part of the reason I'm glad you said that, Battle Roach, because I think part of the reason that a lot of people are having a problem with even wearing a mask, or even the getting the vaccine, even though we need to do whatever we have to do, to keep ourselves safe. I think part of the reason in this country why everybody is so skeptical and up in arms about even wearing a mask is because a lot of people realize that our government, in my opinion, is keeping things from us. They're not telling us the truth, you know. And it started out they weren't. It started out, real blasé when the virus first came out. I think that was an issue. I think that from the onslaught, it was handled very badly, and I just don't think they're telling us the truth. And so I think that's part of the reason why people are so skeptical about whatever it is when it comes to the virus. But you should never, in my opinion, be skeptical when it comes to taking care of you. Do you see what I'm saying? No matter if your government is telling you the truth or not, you know what I mean? You should never, have any, you shouldn't be double minded when it comes to protecting yourself. If y'all don't mind, will y'all please hit the like button? And so that's what I really want to say. I know a lot of people aren't stupid around here, and a lot of people aren't blind followers. You know what I mean? And we see things getting bad from going from bad to worse. Um, the Biden's mandates. Yeah, well, I mean, I spoke about that a long time ago. I did a video about the HR 6666. the thing that was passed in Congress about contract contact tracing and everything that they said that they were going to implement, they're implementing it. You know what I mean? And you got to ask yourself after 20 years, why is it that not only this country but a lot of countries are calling their troops home? You know, and so you just really got to wonder what's really going on. That coupled with the fact that we know that our government is not telling us the truth, in my opinion. You know, and so yeah, but you gotta it's gonna even get worse. You know, you remember that live? Kim, yeah, we already spoke about what they're implementing. They weren't lying, they're implementing it now. You know, we're looking down the nose at martial law. You know, think about it. But yeah, I'm praying for everyone and speak life. Oh, that's right, Lady Tia. You know, like they say, what they say in the Bible, the power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. So yeah, you're right. And tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, and we are not Teflon around here, okay? And so you really have to take into account of that, in my opinion, because we got something right here that's going on right now in this world. It don't care if you are black, white, blue, or green. You it don't care if you on the you know what side you on the beef sector. It don't matter if you got kids, you don't have kids. It don't matter if you have family and don't have family. You know, it's coming for you. You know, and we are pretty much defenseless. You know, we can do what we do to try to keep ourselves and our families, you know, safe. They should have done that long time ago, Battle Roach. Okay, you know, and then I'm glad you said that too, because you know 20 years ago today we had an attack on this country, and it was called 9/11. You know, when planes flew into the towers around into the New York, right? I was sitting on the side of my bed, and I thought I was watching a movie. You know how you getting ready for work, and I'm thinking, well, I'm watching the morning news. I thought I was watching Good Morning America, right? I must have sat on the. I was thinking, y'all, talking about 9/11. I was like, well, maybe I sat on the remote control, right? Because I'm getting ready for work, and I looked around at the TV, and because I heard somebody, one of the announcers say, "Oh my God," or something like that, right? And I was like, Lord, I done turned the channel off the news, and I'm watching a movie, right? And then I turned around again, and it was actually planes flying into buildings, and that was 20 years ago today. And child, I just could not believe that. But here, 20 years later, the whole world is under attack. Ain't that something? 20 years later, we're going through another situation where we are, you know, this whole world is under attack. I just find that interesting, you know. Yeah, the day marks 20 years since 9/11. So yes, since the twin towers were taken down, and I just it's just amazing to me. And I was sitting about thinking about that, and I had been watching all week long. They were doing you know, they have been talking about 9/11. I guess because it's the 20th anniversary. They've been talking about it all week long, and I mean, it was as devastating to me. I could not believe it. You know what I mean? I called everybody in my family, my job, called me, and certain protocols, were being activated, and there was a lot going on back then, but we got a lot going on now, and like I said, tomorrow ain't promised to you. So last night I saw y'all. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming in. Last night, I saw they were talking about the babies that were born to the mothers that lost husbands, to the 9/11 attack, and that attack was not. Who was it staged by? Osama bin Laden. Is that who it was staged by? I don't do the conspiracies over here, not about that, because I know what I saw with my own eyes, okay? And so anyway, uh uh yeah, like I said, I just it was just undeniable. It was just unbelievable to me, in my opinion. And so, yeah, like I said, I know what I saw. Um, I know some things that were implemented in the background via my job, and it really caught this country off guard. I sat down and I watched that stuff, and I saw people jumping out of buildings. I don't even know how that was. But they say that was stage two. I saw actual people. It even took me a minute to realize that, hey, those people are actually jumping out of buildings. I couldn't believe that. Lady Tia said we can't continue to think any one of us is exempted. I know that's right. Stay prayed up. This isn't the time to beef. This is now our reality, no matter race, creed, or religious beliefs. Have a wonderful day. You too, Lady Tia. And thanks for sharing it. But like I said, you know, wow, I could not imagine. And like I said, I saw people jumping out of buildings. They were showing those people covered in ash. I saw those brave um EMS workers and the fire department workers and the police departments, going in those buildings. It was just, I was like, wow. And like I said last night, I saw, I'm gonna drop this, cause like I said, this is an open panel. If anybody got something to say, I'm gonna drop the link. And I saw those, like I said last night, I saw the babies. They did a photo shoot 20 years ago of the babies that had been born, um, you know, um, to members that have been lost. All those fatherless children, and motherless children, and that's real right there. And I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? And it was just incredible to me. Like I just could not believe it. It's just, but like I said, here 20 years later, you got people you got people losing people again. And whether you following the money or not, the insurance taken out, okay. But I'm talking about the humanity of it all. I'm talking about the loss of life. You know what I mean? 20 years in Afghanistan, and what it resolved nothing, Battle Roach. It resolved nothing. You're right about that. It resolved nothing, and but the loss of life, and it really makes you realize, if you are not a one percenter, if you do not have what they perceive as power in this world, not only this country, in this world, you are just a pawn, and you are a casualty. You are just bypassed. You know what I mean? You just a figure on the board to these people. You know what I mean? And so that's why you have to be mindful of your own. You have to be humane to yourself. And we love to, we love to put all kind of theories on all kind of things, and we love to live in a land of delusion a lot of times. You know what I mean? And we love to think about everything else rather than our own situation, because we don't want to think about our situation. A lot of times, because it's so, as it pertains to this country and this world. You know what I mean? But you got to do what you got to do to protect you and yours. That's my philosophy. I don't care if what's going on. You always got to think about you and yours first, okay? Because they might consider you to be a pawn in whatever game it is, so whatever sick game that these demons are playing around here, but you are not a pawn to you. So when it says that life and death is in the power of the tongue, you know what I mean? That's kind of what it means. Worry about you sometime. Worry about you and your family. What's best? Don't matter what's going on in the world. What are you doing to protect you and yours? Especially during this time of COVID. You know what I mean? You can't even escape it. It is not enough time to sit online in the world for you to offset the fact that we are our humanity is under attack. And so, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, And so, yeah, yeah. I just want to mention it because I thought it interesting. 20 years ago, this country was under attack, and 20 years later, this country is under attack again. But not only the country, but the world. They didn't have to fly a plane in the building, and they didn't have to, you know, hijack, planes, and it's a lot. Ain't no, they don't know who to, you ain't going to nobody else's land to go to war in direct combat or none of that. And it's just crazy. And like I said, I remember, how afraid that I was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Talking about 9/11, and so yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. People got to be mindful of themselves. Protect yourself at all costs. Now, especially now when you don't ever know when death is gonna come knocking at your door. You know, and so yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. People do everything they can and say everything they can to offset the reality, and the reality is that huh, this bioweapon right here, it don't care who you are. It don't care who you got beef with. It don't care about your kids. It don't care about your mama. It don't care about your daddy. It don't care. It just want to kill you. Okay? And so yeah, that's what I want to say about that. But as far as that 9/11, for a short time in this country, after 9/11, I don't know if I don't even know if a lot of people thought about this, but for a short time there in this country, we were all Americans. It was us against them. You had George W. Bush. He got on a news conference. I'll never forget it because I was like, do we think he John Wayne or something? He said, Osama bin Laden, you are wanted dead or alive. I said, God damn, baby. When that man said that, I got my whole entire life. He said you were wanted dead or alive. I said, whoa, okay, come through. Like I really thought he was gonna do something, like for real. But yeah, but for a long time in this country, we were just Americans. You know, it was us against them, us against the invisible enemy. And I found that very interesting. And 20 years later, shoot, I heard of a man that they said, I don't even know where it was, and my niece was telling me about. She saw a news story or something online or something. She said it was this black man in I'm gonna say a Walmart, or a gas station or something. Said a Anglo stabbed him in the neck, and they asked him why he do it. He said he did it because he was black. I said, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, child. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It's just crazy. But like I said, you gotta do what's best to protect yourself because the stuff is getting real around here, and they're talking about the supply chain starting to break down again. Y'all remember how it was uh when the virus first struck, you couldn't get toilet paper, you couldn't get this, you couldn't get that. They say it's gonna be worse this time. Inflation is going up, things are higher. Prices are higher. It's a lot going on. It don't make no sense. And so yeah. But anyway, I'm dropping the link, y'all. Yeah, Bush was about the oil. I mean, it's always about money. You lost your cousin in 9/11, Angela. I'm so sorry. My condolences. Like I said, I was watching even this morning. They were calling out the names of the people lost in 9/11. And for one person to lose their life to a virus or 9/11, for even just one person to lose their life is too much. It's just wrong. You know what I mean? And it don't make no sense. you know and so yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like for one person to have to lose their life behind something like this. And we've seen a couple of people here in this sector We know online is a microcosm of what's going on in this world. And we've seen a couple of people around here lose their life to that virus, and it's horrible. You lost your brother in the Pentagon. Did you really? And then you know what? I think another thing that had brought this country together, for a minute, for a glimpse, was when those passengers brought about down at that flight 93. We don't know if that plane was gonna try to fly into the White House or not, but those passengers on that plane, they called their loved ones, and I seen a wife. She was doing an interview, and she said her husband called her, and he was telling her what was going on, and and she was like, I love you, and I don't think we're gonna make it. We got hijackers on the plane. A couple of us are gonna bring them, try to bring them down and all this and all that, right? And she was telling him to, no, just sit down, just don't do nothing. Of course she gonna say that first, and she said, but looking back, she proud of her husband, and she said, she's so glad that he called her at that last moment, because she said everything that she needed to say to him, you know. And the reporter said, well, what was that? And she said, I love you. And so I was like, wow, wow, it's powerful. But yeah, they fought back, and I thought that was awesome. I thought that because like I said, who knows where that plane was going? Who knows where that plane was going? It's the fact that they overtook them. They took that plane down. That is a tremendous act of heroism and selflessness, in my opinion. I was like, wow, and so yeah, yeah, wow. So yeah, it's just crazy. You live in Midtown Manhattan, and the chicken, the chicken costs a couple of dollars. I don't know what that means, Natasha. And so yeah, it was just crazy. And to anybody that's on here that lost somebody in the 9/11 attack, or anybody that's lost something from COVID, you have my condolences and my prayers. And like I said, tomorrow ain't promised to none of us. I don't know why some people thinking they invincible. Okay, and it's not even the something like a terrorist attack or a COVID. You can walk out your house and be struck by a car or something. Something can fall the high. Do you know how many people die every year from freak accidents, like slipping in your bathtub or something, and hipping and hitting your head? You know what I mean? You die from anything. Like I said, ain't nobody. I mean, death is gonna come for all of us. We born to die. The clock starts soon as you come out of your mama's womb. The clock start ticking. You on a countdown. And so yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's but anyway, y'all can anybody want to hit the link? I know, I can imagine, Angela. I can imagine. I can imagine. Like I can't, and then losing somebody in that way, and like I said, that's why it really struck me. When I saw those children that were born, shortly after 9/11, those babies and all those mothers, raising them babies by themselves, and they showed them as young adults, like I said, 20 years later. And at the time, they all had them in the room trying to take a picture of all the babies and stuff, and all of them grew up through no fault of their own, without a parent, whether it be a mom or a dad. It wasn't even their fault. I saw one lady was telling her story, and she was like, "My husband just went there for a meeting, and there was one lady, her and her husband, became naturalized citizens, and her husband was working in the restaurant, one of the restaurants, and he got killed. He had just came from work. He had just came to work. It was a lady said that her husband, it was his first day at work, hanging wallpaper or drywall or hanging something, right? And it was his first day at work. He went there, he lost his life. I was like, oh my God, it was just crazy. And not to uh think of, not to talk about all those people that lost their lives after 9/11 due to all the stuff that they inhaled. Ain't that something? It's crazy. I said, Lord, all those fire. You lived in Brooklyn, but those all those firemen, all those firemen and police officers, and EMS workers. I was like, wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. One little fella was on there, and he was taught. He's a fireman now. And he was born shortly after 9/11, and he joined the fire department. Fire department, in memory of his father. And he was like, I look just like my daddy, down to the birthmarks and all. I was like, oh, God bless him. It's just crazy. What's messed up is that a lot of people were told to go to the roof to get on helicopters, and when they did, there were no helicopters. So obviously they perished. They were told to go to the roof. I don't even understand why they would tell them. How would they get to the roof? Are you sure about that? Because the plane struck. Where the plane struck, it would seem like they would have no way to get to the roof unless they were above where the planes hit. Then I can see that. I don't know. I don't know. Wow. Hmm. Imagine I watched the whole thing. Yes, I was in financial services and watched it. Um, out on Bloomberg. Not know my cousin was in the building. Wow. Hey, T. Trisha said, Evans Olivia, my cousin had just started. Oh wow, her second day working at the Pentagon. Wow, her dream job, her birthday. Hold on, let me go back up. It went too fast. Her birthday that only found 20% of her DNA. Wow. It's still people, loved ones still out there that have not been identified to this day. Um, and so it's such a shame. Such a shame. Vesey said, yes, they were actually telling people in the building to go to the roof. I worked with some of the people there when the second tower was going down. Wow. Wow. In a fire situation, you are not, what was it? You are not to elevate your position. Fire rises. Right. Many of the students lost. Many of the students lost their parents at the Pentagon. Several teachers committed suicide. You know what? I'm glad you said that, Miss G. Iverson. Because I read something a long time ago about people committing suicide. Because of either they lost someone or they actually had guilt because they survived. They were in one of the towers and they survived the attack. They got out and everything, but they had so much survivor's guilt that they committed suicide. Yeah, I read about that. I sure did. I was like, wow. A lot of people that died at the Pentagon were less than they were there less than 6 months. Wow. My goodness. Ground Zero smells like death in NYC. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Elevon, I currently the use this eating tutorials. And I have been sick for years. I don't know what that's about. I just watched it from my office across the river in Jersey. I will never forget the second plane coming in right in front of our eyes. I cannot imagine. Like I couldn't imagine watching it from the TV. You know what I mean? It shook my soul. I'm telling you, I thought I had to sit down on my remote control, y'all, and I thought I was watching a dang movie. It took me a minute to realize that, hey, this is really happening. And then you know how you been. I knew this girl was gonna call me. Y'all hit the one if y'all can hear me, okay? I'm gonna have to go. Can y'all hear me? Somebody hit the one and let me know if you can hear me. I was trying to get this together before I had to leave. I remember watching Montel Williams years ago, and he played a record. You can hear me, Cloud. Now, Cloud lives in New York. Cloud, were you in the vicinity? Thanks for letting me know y'all can hear me because I got a phone call. Were you in the vicinity, Cloud? What is your experience with 9/11? Because I know you lived in New York all your life. Right. It took a minute to. Yeah, Angela, it took me a minute. You know, I thought it was a movie. I thought I set on my remote control, and honey, I done clicked off the morning news, and I was a movie was up there. I was like, oh my god, that day was insane. I worked in Lower Manhattan at the time and had to walk 3 hours home because there was no transportation. All of the banks were locked, no ATM, no nothing. I imagine they would lock the city down. I imagine they would. It would make sense. You know what I mean? I know we have a we have a nuclear power plant here in Oak Ridge, and I remember back then, for a long time, you know, you could not even get close to that facility. There was a no flight zone over that facility. It was a lot going on here in this state because of that nuclear power plant that we got here. You know, it was a lot because didn't nobody knew what they were going to attack next. You know, and so yeah, I was laying down watching it, thinking it was a movie until I realized it was happening. I sit up and shot. Right, right. I'm telling. It took me a minute to realize. I was like, oh my god, you know, and so yeah, I was like, oh my god, literally couldn't believe it. I was like, I couldn't imagine nobody doing nothing like that. Child, whew, this world is something else. But like I said, here we go, 20 years later, and shoot, we are under a different attack in this country, right? Not only this country, in the whole world, via a bioweapon. In my opinion, that's exactly what it is. You know, and so yeah, that plane will not have come out. So it was really bad. So y'all doing the conspiracy theories I call BS? It was you don't think it was you don't think it was real? Okay. Uncle Klaus said, "Good afternoon, Auntie and Porch Watchers. This will always be a tough day, for all of us, especially here in NYC. I just went through a fire month, before, so I was in a hotel in Queens. Wow, Cloud, wow. Mm-mm. Have you seen this person? Have you seen my mom? Yeah, I remember they showed that. Wow. But like I said, to this day, a lot of those people, they were never. It was never. They never found any DNA or anything. There are a lot of people from that day still considered missing. You know, and so yeah. Klaus said, I worked in East Village, and my office was overlooking the Twin Towers. Is that right, Klaus? Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. All I know is those planes that I saw flying into that building, those planes was not fake. Okay? They were not fake. The planes that I saw flying into the building. Okay? And those people jumping out of them buildings, they were not fake. Okay? I'm sorry. Child. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I pay attention to what's really going on too. They y'all got people in here saying there was remote control something, and something was just a fake plane and the something and the something. Child, like I said, a lot of people live in a state of escapism, and when you live in a state of escapism, these are the things that you get. Just like a lot of people don't believe that the virus is real. You got a lot of people that got on a couple of these anti-maskers. The more prominent ones done died. They up telling these thousands and thousands of people, this ain't real, this ain't real. Next thing you know, they on the news for being in the hospital for catching COVID, and then they done died. Bobby, it's real now, huh? A lot of people think preposition explosives took down the towers, not just the planes. I don't think that. I think that the heat from that fuel and that fire, melted that steel, and that's what took down those towers. You know, child. Mm, 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 mm. How you doing, Paul Grimes? You can, yes, or you can spread it. You say it wasn't real planes involved. Say that to family that lost a lot. Thank you. Say it to the family that lost a love. That's what I said about humanity. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, actual people died. Like I just told y'all. The thing that touched me most was when they did that photo shoot with those babies, and 20 years later, those babies are young adults now. And they actually, do you think all those people are lying about losing loved ones? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, tell the people on Ground Zero NYC that they were fake planes. Right. Right, absolutely, absolutely. It don't even make no sense. It's ridiculous. I mean, it is what it is. I know what I saw. You know, and I can't imagine like, ooh, actually losing a loved one and having to listen to these BS conspiracy theories. You know, C-19 is real. I lost several people, and my brother just recovered. That's absolutely real, and I just thank God that I have not lost anybody in my family to that, to C-19. I thank God. But I know people that have lost several family members to C-19, to the virus. Several family members, you know. But you got a lot of people right now running around talking about it ain't real. It ain't real. It ain't real. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. It's real. You gonna die, and it don't even care if you don't protect yourself as best you can. And the virus don't care if you think it's real or not. It's just like the devil. What they say about the devil, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled on humanity was making people think he ain't real. Is that kind of thing going on? Yeah. And so yeah. And then when I hear stuff, people saying the stuff, not only do they say 9/11 was fake, they got the nerve to say like stuff like Sandy Hook was fake and Columbine was fake. And, you got actual people on here done lost actual people, actual family members done lost loved ones. But then they got to turn around and hear something about, oh, it was fake. They were crisis actors. My 14-year-old son died in Columbine, but he was a crisis actor. Yeah, I mean, like, what? What? It's crazy. I ain't never heard nothing like it in my life. I know people are think questioning the loss of last night live. They just think our government. You know what? I mean, I wouldn't even see the purpose of me talking about it was not even who was involved or who wasn't involved. The reason why I was talking about it was because of the inhumanity of it all, the loss of life of it all, and I was comparing what went on 20 years ago to what's actually going on now. We are under attack once again, and millions of people have lost their lives to something that we don't have no control over. That's the correlation that I was trying to draw between the two events. Because you can't tell me all them people that got on TV and say they done lost a family member, a parent, a husband, a wife, and they all crisis actors. Everybody lying, right? Okay. All right, girl. All right. But yeah, that was my point, the inhumanity of it all. And the internet gives people a place to where they can be the lowest form of human being that they can be, some people. You know? And some stuff, it just sometimes if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you probably should just shut the fuck up. Cause you make yourself sound ridiculous and inhumane. Like you some kind of monster or something. You know? And so, no, the Joy Queen said, I don't blame people for believing that there is possibility that our government lies. I just said that. lies and medicine and vaccines can be experimented, but they have to make a choice in the end. No, that ain't what I said at the beginning of the video. I said that a lot less people would be more suspicious of what's going on if our government wasn't lying to us, you know, and that's just a fact. Because everybody ain't stupid, you know. And so, yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's just how I feel about it. My thing is the loss of life, the loss of human beings, the loss of human souls, you know. And I just don't, I cannot reconcile my mind to even one person losing their life via a bioweapon or attack from planes, or it's just too much for me. You know, it's the inhumanity of it all for me. You know, I don't like stuff like that. You know, and so now they, you know, and they keep on replicating this virus. It's attacking our children. It's they got they're tweaking it to the point to where you know it's attacking us even more. You know, and so yeah, it's just ridiculous. And the government still won't tell the truth when we all done figured it out, and it don't make no sense to me. You know. And so yeah, and like I said, you get people on the internet and they be the lowest form of life that they can be and say anything out of their mouth. It's like people be taking turns to see who can be the most deplorable in the room, and it's crazy. You know, it's crazy to me. I'm not numb to death. Me, I would never be numb to death. I will weep because it could have been me or my loved ones. Absolutely. I care about people. Absolutely, Lady Till. You know, just for one person, it's just whatever. It's just too much. It's a lot. It's a lot to be going on. It's hard for me to even click the link sometime and click the live button. You know what I mean? Because it's hard for me to come on and shoot the BS with so much going on right now with death. You know, and it's just like a lot. You know, because every time I hear it, just for even one person, like I said, um, uh, you know, to lose their life behind something like this. And so, yeah, yeah. But you're right; they absolutely want us fighting each other instead of the government. Why do you think Donald Trump put a battery in the back of all these racists? Huh? So I agree with that, Gucci. I agree with that. I sure do agree with that. I hit the like button, please. But ooh, child, it's way too much. Way too much. I came on here to talk. Well, I guess ain't nothing to talk about. I don't know. Whatever. We've got a couple of people that hit the link. Hold on, let me put my. Oof. Let me see. I feel like I got through. Ronnie Q,
Hi.
Lady Tia.
Hey, Miss O. Hey, Ronnie Q.
Hi, Miss. Hi,
Hey
Lady
y'all, what's
Tia.
going on? Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Miss
it's
Olivia.
funny. We jumped on at the same time, Ronnie Q.
Miss Olivia, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I just wanted to say rest in peace to Lady P. And I remember a couple of weeks ago, somebody had written something under a troll page of mine. It's something I would never say, and you know, it's like really weird that people. Okay, people do what they want to do, but I'm like you. I respect death. People can do what they want to do, but I respect you know life, and I respect people's transition, and I can only do what I do, because I'm cut from a different cloth, and I was raised a different way, and and people can do what they gonna do. And that's, that's just me. And I represent myself, and it's just it's just sad. The woman had children, the woman has family, and my condolences go out to her family and her children and her loved ones. Um, and as far as this variant and this COVID and this 9/11 situation goes, I was watching them pull these troops back to the United States, and I noticed what I noticed on the TV screen was it kind of reminded me when I was in elementary school, and they were showing footage of how they pulled back the troops from Vietnam, and the same thing happened in Vietnam. uh, when the last planes were leaving Vietnam, you had people clinging to the planes like that, people falling off the planes in Vietnam because they were hanging on to the landing gears and stuff. This has happened before, so it's not like they didn't know this could happen. This has happened before in history, so it's not like you didn't know that this was a possibility to happen. This same type of thing has happened before. So they this whole thing of let's have a bleeding heart for uh, the people who are left behind. The way they left behind these people is how they wanted to leave these people behind. Now, the U.S. went over to Afghanistan and they used these people, they used these interpreters, they left these interpreters behind, and then they come to us and tell us this bleeding heart story. Oh, they left the interpreters behind, they left these people behind, they left these people behind, and now uh, we're supposed to rejoice because, oh, look who got here, and they're living in San Francisco, one of the most expensive cities in the world to live in, and this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, black residents who have been living in San Francisco have been moved out of San Francisco because they can't afford to live in San Francisco, and this type of stuff. See, we're supposed to rejoice about immigrants being able to come over here and live in places that we can't live. We're supposed to rejoice about people who whose country we invaded for 20 years for no reason, where we have spent billions of dollars, and who, with a Pentagon budget that has increased year after year after year for equipment and machinery that we have left over in Afghanistan for our war enemies to use and parade around brand new equipment that we didn't even bother to bring back because our Pentagon budget is so inflated that we didn't even bother to bring it back because we know that we're just going to increase the Pentagon budget. So we don't even give a fuck enough to bring back the equipment because we're just going to, increase the Pentagon budget. See, because when we respect money, we take care to bring the equipment back. So we don't even respect the money enough to bring it back. But when we talk about cutting the Pentagon budget, no, we can't do that. We can't. But when we talk about feeding the poor, housing the poor, oh no, we have to find ways to cut money in every other area like Social Security for the elderly people. We can't find money to take care of the poor and the elderly, but we can find money to shit off money and leave billions of dollars worth of equipment in a war torn area that we spent 20 years on making private contractors rich and the one percenter richer. We can find money to spend 20 years in a place where we make no better, where the Taliban has taken control one day after we left. So what did we do? We made the one percenter richer. We fucked off billions of dollars when I worked for a company where you would see uh it's called a pallet. It's a big a 5 by 7. If you have a 5 by 7 rug stacked with cash going over to Afghanistan, and they would cash $100 bills, cash that they would sent over to Afghanistan in the beginning of the war. And they would lose this money. This money would go missing. And nobody wants to talk about this cash, but they can send this money to Afghanistan. But when it comes to helping the poor and all this type of stuff, nobody can figure out how to give the United States worker a living wage. Right now, the United States worker in no state in the United States can the United States worker afford to work and afford to rent an apartment in the United States working for uh, minimum wage. Minimum wage would not afford a worker to rent an apartment in no state in the United States can they afford to rent an apartment. But we can spend billions of dollars, leave billions of dollars worth of equipment over in a war that we fought for 20 years. But see, and then we're supposed to have a bleeding heart, and CNN, MSNBC, and all these stations want us to have bleeding hearts for people who are left behind in the war and this, that, and the other. But nobody wants us to have a bleeding heart for, okay, they had this a moratorium on evictions. Okay, this moratorium was expanded for 2 more months. Well, where is the bleeding heart going to be when this moratorium runs out and all the U.S. citizens are going to be put out on the street? You see, people don't have the bleeding heart for the shit that really affects them and how they live their lives. This shit is ridiculous and ludicrous. That all this money that they went over there and the top 1%ers, Betsy DeVos, the who was uh, Donald Trump education secretary, who is already a billionaire. Her brother-in-law was one of the lead contractors over there for this war. He made billions and billions of dollars as a contractor over there in the war. He was already a millionaire. Now he's a billionaire, made money off the war. Why are you using private contractor as for security when you have a whole motherfucking Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines? Why are you using security contractors when you got the whole motherfucking U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines over in a war area? Are you kidding me? Why are you using security contractors? What the fuck? And people think that this is okay. All these congressmen who go into Congress as regular citizens who are now millionaires. Excuse me? What the fuck is going on? And then but the American worker, they can't even fucking live off of their fucking jobs. But what has the American citizen gotten from these congressmen? What have we gotten as American citizen? Oh, well, we got bills. We got little statutes on the bills that we can vote to make weed legal, to pacify us, to fucking get something to pacify you, to get you high, so you can uh ease your mind, so your mind can get blown, so you don't have to think about this, to the fucked up situation that you're living in. Well, we can get you high. We got another way. You don't like to drink, well, get high. Another way to blow your mind, so you don't have to realize how fucked up of a situation you really living in.
Well, I agree because I think the end result is fascism. If people are paying attention, I've talked about the Georgia Guidestone. I guess earlier in the week or the weekend, Sunday. I think it was Sunday, and it's the Georgia Guidestone is all about depopulation. If you depopulate from 7 billion people to 500 billion, it's able you are more able to control the masses. I think all of this is about fascism at the end of the day. Um, I really do. At the bottom line, when it's all said and done, and I think all of the countries, and all of the continents all over this world are leaning towards fascism or one world order. Hey, Lady Tia.
Lord, I know
Lady
I
Tia.
must be behind. Oh, you can hear me now?
I can you
Can
going
you
in
hear
and
me,
out a
Lady
little
Tia?
bit. Uh, I can hear you.
Hold on, let me turn this. Okay. You can hear me now?
I can. Yeah,
Hmm?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Can
now.
you
I
hear me?
just wanted to make sure you hear me. Because it
Yeah, I
did
can hear
seem like
you.
I'm breaking up, but I'm sitting down, so I don't know why it would be breaking up.
Okay.
But hey, Miss O, happy Saturday, everybody. Chat, Runny Q. I just wanted to say that rest in peace to Lady P. Anybody that passes away, I still will weep for them because all of us have family and loved ones, and they depend on us, and we all talk shit and everything. We do that in our everyday life, but like you said, when it comes to this COVID, for it to be a situation where that is the issue where she passed away, that's not fair to nobody. This
Yeah.
pandemic has torn a lot of families down. I have lost family members, friends, cousins. I lost my grandfather. So I really do want to say rest in peace to Lady P
My
family.
condolences, Lady Tia. I didn't know you lost your grandfather.
Yeah, I lost my grandfather. Yeah, I lost my cousin. I lost friends. I lost my daughter. Uh, yeah.
You lost your
Um,
daughter?
yes, my stepdaughter,
Uh-huh.
my husband's daughter. Yes, that's my daughter.
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't be liking to put all of that on social media because it's enough stuff out here to trigger us or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, my condolences,
Mhm.
my God, and like I said, I feel so blessed.
But
Especially
I,
when I hear stories like yours that I haven't, lost a family member yet. But my
yes,
God, bless you, baby.
it's
God
been
bless.
a lot. Last year was the worst because I mean I think I lost 7 people
Oh my
that I
God.
love and care about last in 2020. So for it to be still here, for it still killing our people, and
Yeah.
to where we're once again talking about it being in the beef sector of somebody that we once was hearing and talking,
Mm.
no matter if we ain't like what they said or not, they once was here and talking they shit like anybody else, and now they gone for something that just happened on America, where we all trying to survive. Like
Yeah.
Ronnie Q said, the government and everything is all twisted and fucked up.
Yeah, we don't.
But I will say we should always watch what we say out of our mouth. Our
Yeah.
tongue is very powerful. The things that
Yeah.
we say out of our mouth and wish on people's lives, we
Yes.
have to stop that. Stop putting your mouth on people's lives because you
Yeah.
never know.
And taking it so
Mhm.
lightly. But this my Brandy, is that you? Hello?
Hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
got you down.
Now,
Hey,
do you?
Brand.
How you doing? Do you want smoked turkey wings or regular ones? Cause I didn't know, and I couldn't get it. You on live?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I want the ones that's regular. That's raw, so I can put them in a crock pot.
Can I show them to you to make sure I'm getting the right thing?
I'm getting ready to
Look
get
here,
out the
Brand.
line, y'all. The checks and stuff try to
Girl,
give me
you
some
was
turkey
about to be
wings, y'all.
without because I've been in here for 30 minutes trying to be
Oh,
patient.
girl, I'm gonna get off line. Show them to me real quick.
Okay, let me go back around here.
Sorry about this,
Listen,
y'all.
we, Brandy, please don't cuss me out. Your auntie decided to go live, and we all jumped
As
on.
soon
We
I
here.
seen her, as soon as I left from her house, I said, "Now she know I'm gonna need to call her. She know it."
Show them to me, child.
Hold on a second. I gotta remember where the man showed me they was at.
Y'all,
Hold
now
on.
y'all know this is a real life madness, right?
You sure? Yeah, this is we live. Are you
I
live?
thought
We
you were
live.
going live on my phone. Yeah, we live though. Okay.
All right. Before I go, Miss, O, I want to also say
Okay,
that
here they
we.
go. They pretty
Uh
cheap
oh,
too.
that's it. Chicken.
Wait,
Hold on, let me
wait a
figure out
minute,
how
lady.
to
See, hold
turn
on
this
one second.
around.
One second,
Uh,
lady. See, I really want those
You
turkey wings. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
you can put the I think you can
I
have.
don't know how to turn it
It might be
around.
at the
Just here.
bottom right.
Can you see them?
At the bottom right.
Yeah,
Is them good?
they're
Are
raw,
these?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
these it.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Okay, they pretty cheap. So how many packs you want? Two or what?
I want 2 packs, enough to fill up my crock pot.
Okay. Oh dang, Pam got your crop pot in the thing, but I would have showed it to you. I got you a new fancy one.
Okay,
All right now.
that's what I want,
Oh,
baby.
I like
really?
crop
Well,
tops too, Brandy.
yeah, I don't want them right now. Right. Well, it's good seeing everybody. I'm gonna get off here so I can stay focused.
Thank you, bro. I'll call you when I get off here.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Sorry
All
about that,
right.
y'all.
It's up.
That's so funny. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
let me tell y'all what happened, Lady Chill, real quick, right?
I'm
Yeah,
listening.
yeah, Bestie, I'm trying to smother me some turkey wings, right? So let me tell y'all what happened. So I had a crock pot, right? And I had several. The same thing that happened to me with the crock pot every time. At least once a year, I got to buy a dang on new crock pot, right, Lady Chill? Let me tell you what happened. So I had cooked me some beef neck bones in the crock pot, right? Beef neck bones and potatoes, right? So I'm
Okay.
washing out my crock pot, and I had it on the edge of the sink. The part that you take out and wash off. I
Yeah, the
had it on
glass.
the edge of the sink. Girl, I turned around real quick, didn't realize that it was teetering on the
Yeah.
edge of the sink, and the thing hit the ground and cracked.
And that's a hard ass thing to crack. So yeah, you had it right on the edge, Miss O.
It
It
was
was
on the edge, and I hit it. I hit it so hard that it fell. It
yeah.
fell to the ground and it cracked.
Yeah, that I know that hurts your heart. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I need a new.
Yes, I be doing some stupid stuff, trying to go real fast. Trying to multitask or whatever.
I
And
do
then
it all
I'm
the
like,
time.
well, time for another crock pot,
Yeah.
yet another one.
I come from a background where I cook every day. I got 4 kids. I had five. I lost one, but I cooked every day. So that was my lifestyle. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I got all types of gadgets. I done broke. I done, oh Lord, I done did a lot of things, but I still got to have them.
Oh,
And see, I have my condolences to you, Lady Tia. I just wanted
Thank
to
you.
say that my I like to use my crock pot too. Like my husband, I feel like a fast what do you call it, a fast
I went
chef
to
cooking for him because he like his steaks and all that type of stuff. But I
yeah,
like them slow cooked meals and stuff.
yeah,
I
me
like
too.
put my red beans in the slow cooker and let them slow cook and be all nice and tender. I like my slow cooked meals, so
Me
I
too,
have to
Ronnie
have
Q.
my crock pot.
I
me
like to
too,
smoke me a
Ronnie. When
blunt
I'm
every
cooking.
now and then, Ronnie Q. So
Huh?
I said I like to have me a blunt every now and then. I so
Mhm.
cook my food, it be even better when I eat it because
Yes.
I
it's
know that's
straight
right,
by the
lady.
time I
Yeah,
done
and
ran
then
all my errands. All my errands done. I done wash clothes. Shoot, it be ready.
I
Hmm.
know that's right.
I
So
put
yeah, I'm
my
gonna cook me some smothered turkey wings in my once again yet another crock pot. You know what I mean? But I don't
Well,
never
good.
break that. I got a small crock pot to where Ronnie Q was talking about beans. I put my beans. I'm gonna put me some Great Northerns, some white beans in that small crock pot that I
Yeah,
got, and
yes, I will.
let them simmer all night and stuff. And my dinner will be ready tomorrow. I just have to. I got my I have my turkey. I'm put my rice in it, and I want my Great Northerns, and I'm gonna fix me some cornbread. That's gonna be my dinner for tomorrow.
All right, sounds like a good Sunday dinner to me.
Yeah,
So
right.
before I go and jump off the panel, I had one more thing I wanted to say. When it comes down to death in our community, even if we didn't know him or didn't know him, we know Lady P in some capacity. Life insurance is something that's very important. If you have life insurance, you will have these GoFundMe's and stuff going on. We have to take that serious. We need life insurance for ourselves and our children, our families, our grandma. And even if they ain't got it on themselves, get them to sign it too for having some insurance on them because it is not cheap to die.
Uh-uh. You
It's
got that
not
right.
cheap to die.
And then you know how you don't even think about. A lot of people don't even think about. A lot of people have started thinking about it though. Getting life insurance for your younger ones. You know,
Yeah, we just
maybe
probably
you
go,
got
but
some
girl
time
had
to
it
do it on your
previously.
young baby, but because of this COVID, you don't have time no more.
Well, it's so cheap though, Miss O. It's cheap.
I know, but I
It's
mean,
cheap.
just a lot of people don't even. like to
It's
or didn't even
important
like
though.
to think about that for your babies, you know. And
And then
but you have to think about it now.
It's
and
for
then
your aunties and your uncles and everybody in your family.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta have some insurance because we all, as the family, will have to come together and make
yeah,
sure that our family member is buried. And we're gonna do that no matter what we got to
yeah,
do. But when we have the insurance, we have the protection that we all can grieve and not have to be worried about money and this and that. That's
yeah,
how stuff happens in the and at funerals. It was why it's one of the worst things that happens because funerals show true colors in people,
yeah,
and I done seen it
yeah,
too many
that,
times.
yep, that's true. And a lot of people don't think about that.
yeah,
That's one of the things that my mom has. Well, not just my mom, just our family as a whole has always been keen on is making sure that people have their life insurances.
yeah,
So that has been like ingrained in our family for a long, long time because it was taught to them. So, but a lot of people are not up on that. And then when somebody die, you see a lot of pickle jars in liquor stores and car
Distrust.
washes and all that type of stuff. But it does not, like Lady Tia was saying, it does not cost a lot to get a life insurance policy. And it can, you look at it, it can be one or two blunts that you're smoking a month.
Mm-hmm.
You can get
yeah,
you a life insurance policy and make
Absolutely.
sure you're not
yeah.
buried in a pauper's grave. So you may
Oh,
want to think about that. And
And
you
you
know,
don't know how people
just
gonna throw you away if you ain't
exactly.
no good
oh my
person.
God, that's true.
Exactly. People need to start thinking about, some more serious things,
Yeah,
you know. But then some people be like, oh, I'm not going to be here. I don't care. But you're going to be a burden on someone else.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
you
So,
shouldn't even want to have
or,
insurance. No, do y'all remember back in the day? Well, back in the day around here, it always used to be, it was one insurance. We had one insurance man, for
Mm-hmm.
our
Come to your grandma house.
community, and everybody
Yeah.
know the insurance man.
and,
Right.
and the insurance man used to
I
come to
had
your
insurance,
house and
man.
pick up your premium, and they used
Yeah,
to sit down and talk, and they
yeah.
Yeah,
would visit you
My
for
they did the
like
same
an
thing with
hour.
my family. My grandma, we had one insurance man. That's
one
all we know.
insurance man.
And
Yep, for
that's
the
what we
whole
call
community.
him, the insurance man.
Yeah,
Yep,
the insurance man used to come and they used to sit down and talk, and they used to
yep,
talk for about an hour and stuff.
yep,
I
yep,
remember, yes, I remember when I went to a funeral, and then it was like, oh, that's the insurance man, and I was like so surprised because I was adult, and I remember the insurance man from when
yep,
I was a kid, and I was like, it was a old white guy, and the old white guy was at the funeral. I was like,
yep,
that's the insurance man.
yep, the insurance man.
I see.
Yep.
Our insurance man was a little short dude with glasses on.
Yeah, we
But
had a
he
little
was the
short,
insurance
chubby,
man.
didn't have white guy. He didn't have no hair in the middle
Mm-mm,
of
he
his
was
head,
bad.
and he would come to folks' funeral too, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's the insurance man." You know, my grandmama fixed him a plate of food. You know, everybody that man had to be full as hell by the time he left the community. You know, for
Mm-hmm.
for picking the insurance money up. You know what I mean? But and nobody messed with the insurance man. You
No,
Uh,
know,
they didn't.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
come around and pick
Nobody
up
messed
all
with
the
insurance
insurance.
man. They knew he was there for the insurance. But I just want to say that before I go. I love you guys. Rest in peace, Lady P, to your family. Condolences to everyone that are hurt behind this, no matter if you knew or didn't. And y'all have a good day. Y'all have a great Saturday, y'all.
Okay,
all right, you too, Lady
thank you for
Tia.
coming up, Lady Tia.
I'm gonna
You're
step down
welcome.
too, Olivia. It was nice
Okay.
chatting with you.
Okay, thank y'all so much for coming up, Ronnie. And thank you, Ronnie, for coming up.
Have a
And
great
saying
Saturday.
you too, baby, and saying
Uh,
all that you said about what's going on with Afghanistan stuff. I appreciate it.
oh, and also I noticed in the chat they were also talking about the opioids, and they were exactly right that
Yeah,
all that heroin and stuff is coming right from Afghanistan, from
yeah.
all the poppies and the poppy seeds, and now you notice that heroin is the big.
Oh, Ronnie fell off. She fell off, y'all. But she right about the poppy season and heroin and stuff. And that all of that reminds me of the Iran Contra scandal. You know what I mean? When they was Oliver North trading guns for drugs and stuff like that. And so Ronnie fell off though. Her phone probably dropped, but I know exactly what she talking about. You know, it's always an ulterior motive, and it's just crazy. You know, it's just crazy. This world is crazy. But yeah, that was funny when Lady Tia got to talking about the insurance man, child. There's so many things that changed in our community, you know, to where it's just a lot of young people, they don't, it's no wonder some of them don't have no grounding when it comes to, you know, don't even feel a sense of community anymore. Just little things like the insurance man, you know what I mean, things like that pop up in your mind, you know, just little real simple things that we took for granted back then. Ronnie said, yeah, I dropped off. I know, Ronnie, thank you so much though, but you're right about them poppy season, you know, you're right, I agree. Thanks for the super chat. Lady Tia said the long way. Yes, opioids is from Afghan. Love you, Miss O. I want a virtual plate. Thank you, Lady Tia. That's all right. But yeah. Lord, somebody that come here and say, Lady Wilson, there. You looking at the what is that show on Netflix? Oh, what is the name of that show? Shoot, I forgot the name of the show. But yeah, Lady Wilson, there. I know you didn't. The Bridgertons, yes. Ooh, child, RP, Lady P, condolences to her, Lord. Absolutely, Trenta. Hey, Sheba Pisces said yes. I just remember how I used to cover my books with the brown paper bags. I heard that Sheba. I heard that Sheba Pisces. My mom did for me and she for my daughter. But yeah, it's just little simple things that we used to do that we took for granted in the community when we had a community. You know, a lot of us and you know, just things like that make you reminisce on the past. You know, and we used to actually have a community, but it seemed like nowadays not so much. You know, and I hate it for the young people because they miss out. You know, when you lose a sense of community, you know, you lose a sense of togetherness. And that old African proverb, I believe in that African proverb that says it takes a village to raise one child. You know, like I believe in that. And you had a sense of the village, you know, back in the day, even to speaking of something like the freaking insurance man. You know, I hadn't thought about that in years. Child. Woo. Honey, that's all right. Well, anyway, y'all, I really just want to come on here and shoot the breeze for a minute. Um, really didn't have nothing much that I really want to talk about at all. I just want to say, you know, rest in peace, Lady P. Just want to, you know, kind of let uh, you know, just remind us of our humanity. You know what I mean? Lady Tia said, never get too hard. That your heart hate human life. I know that's right, Lady Tia. My God. Jenny says, right, no more communities. Yeah, village is right. That's why we're losing our kids. I agree with that, Jennifer. I agree. Better Days. I like that name. How you doing, Better Days? I like that name, Better Days, child. But to say troubles don't last always. Mm. Weeping may endure doing for a night, but joy comes in the morning, child. Happy Saturday to you too, Tropical Punch. Did you hear about Nicole Tyler? No, I didn't. Hear about Nicole Tyler. Mother passed away? No, I did not. Condolences, Nicole Tyler. My condolences, love. You've created community right here. Thank you, Levon. Thank you. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna call this girl back so she can make sure that if somebody say I need to get back four, I'm not getting no 4 packs of turkey wings because if I do, everybody be trying to come on my house, and I ain't trying to cook for everybody. I'm just trying to cook for me and the Mister. That's why I said just give me back 2 packs. And y'all, about that crock pot that I had to buy again, this will be my I'm gonna want to say the second one this year or something. I don't know what's going on. I got a thing between me and the crock pot. It's an issue. But anyway, I remember Sheba says I remember sometimes a neighbor could pop your butt and then call your parents to tell them they did, and our parents, yeah, you get two whoopings, right? Oh, Sheba girl, that's what happened to me several times as a kid. Oh man, yeah, yeah, lady Tilly said, yeah. Hey, Shell Whitfield, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Shell, so much. I'm just trying to tell people. I don't know about a moral compass, Shell, but I don't want us to lose sight of our humanity. You know what I mean? Cause that's, ooh, child, mm-mm, mm-mm. But thank you so much. She said get 4 packs Miss O and save some for life. Well, that's true. But see, here's the thing. Brandy is the one getting the stuff for me, right? Cause y'all, I can't hardly. I'm shutting down again, y'all. You know, I have been doing my own shopping. Y'all know I have been getting out. But there's certain places I am refusing to go. And that dang on store is one of them. And so I'm just kind of, I feel claustrophobic or like I'm going to have some kind of anxiety attack every time I go to the store, try to get me some groceries. And it don't make no sense. And I talk to my daughter, she loves, when I talk, my daughter, she's love. I know that's right, Natasha, baby. She's supposed to love you. Thank God, you know. And so, yeah. But see, Levon, if I tell her to get 4 packs, you know, off the rip, they gonna all be expecting a plate. And I ain't trying to do all that. You a mess, Lady Tia. I want to cook me some few from a small pack of Great Northerns in a little crock pot, and I want to put my turkey wings, which is gonna be smothered turkey wings, and my rice in the big crock pot that I got coming. Fix me some cornbread, and that's gonna be my dinner. You just made turkey legs last week, tropical punch, but I'm not trying to fix it for everybody in the whole family, y'all. That's too much. I want to try to do that. Mm-mm. Elijah, we are finding new ways to be a community right now. It's always building money. Oh, thank you, Lavana. It's so sweet. But yeah, Lavana, I don't want to cook for everybody. I just want to cook for me and the mister. That's all. That's all. Ooh, child. Aw. Like Jill said, I want to play. Ooh, I ain't trying to cook for all of them. I ain't trying to cook. But see, Brandy thinks she's slick. Okay, she'll bring extra anyway. Well, you can just put mine. Put mine in a crock pot with yours. That's what she gonna say. Put mine in a crock pot with yours. And then I end up having to cook a whole lot. Oh, that sounds good. Tropical Punch said I'm making 15 bean soup today. It's just for me. Oh, that sounds good, Tropical Punch. That sounds really good. Y'all know I like beans. I like the Great Northerns. I like the brown beans. I like the peas. I like some beans. I do. I like kidney beans. Oh Lord, I like black beans. I'm a bean person, you know. Yeah, she thinks she's slick, Levine. Put mine in with yours. You know, that's what she'll say. That means I'm cooking for your whole family and my family. You know, your family unit and my family unit when I was just trying to cook for my family unit. And then they all greedy, you know, and then they come and take all the stuff. And I just get one plate. I might want to plate now. I might want to plate for later. But the time they come through here, through the house like a tornado, it won't be nothing left. Child, y'all just don't have no idea. Mm-mm. You like beans too, Tropical Punch? Yeah, I like beans. I'm a bean person. You just said I understand, Miss Olivia. Let's just have bread in the LBP. Yeah, she thinks she's slick, man. Put mine in with yours. That's happened several times, y'all. It don't make no sense, but they do me like it, though. Lord knows I love them, but child. Woo, thank you, Levon. Girl, I be trying to. I be trying. Now, when it, that's why I don't be as on, you know, YouTube as much as I, you know, have been in the past. I do be protecting my peace, you know what I mean. But as far as this family stuff, child, the kids know I love them. It's just sometime I ain't got it to do. I ain't got it. I think about them little people. They ain't bother me. I think they be trying to bully me for real. I think they be bullying me into cooking for real. Like y'all just don't understand, but I think they do that, or they be trying to trick me into it. Especially Brandy. She the number one trickster around here. Honey, Jenny said, I would love to see y'all at Thanksgiving. Thank you, Jennifer. Girls, you can't get nothing. You can get a good laugh and you can get some good food. Okay, if you can't get nothing else, all right, with our country ass down here. Child. Bye bye. These little people around here be doing the most, okay? Yes, we all need time to recharge. I know that's right. Thanks for the super chat, Lady Tia said I had fun with you. Bye, Lady Tia. I had fun with you too, love. Y'all stay safe, Lady Tia. You and your babies who mess with me. So, Brandy. Brandy is Gucci. Brandy. She is. It's always Brandy. Yep. Jenny said that's all I need. I know that's right. Brandy. She always harassing me. She the number one harasser. Yes, she is. Bully. Anyway, y'all, let me get off here because I really am gonna I'm gonna put on my Great Northerns, and so they'll be and I gotta cook them a little longer than I cooked the I like country. I'm rock and roll. We cool. I heard that. But yeah, I like my Great Northerns to cook a little longer than uh well they gonna cook a little longer than the chicken the turkey wings anyway. It's cause I like to cook it till it get that roux on top to the juices get real thick. You know what I mean? Almost like a bean gravy. You know what I mean? To the juices get real thick. Woo child. Get you some of that. Cook it till it get like that. And get you drop you some cornbread down in there, child. Good buttery cornbread. You really don't even nothing but the beans and the cornbread. If you let your roux get real thick, I mean, it ain't even a roux. It's just that the juices get real thick. They become like a gravy, like a bean gravy. I know y'all know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But honey, let your beans cook till you get that going on, and put your onions in there and anything else you want, honey. Get you some cornbread. That's a meal right there by itself. But child, I've been thinking about it's September, and I'm thinking about my crock pot menu because it's getting ready to cool off here in about a month. So yes, honey, to the beans burst. That's right, Bal. You know what I'm talking about, right? Jenny said, everyone stay safe out here and have a great rest of your weekend. Miss O, thanks for another good combo. I'm off to shop till I drop. I know that's right, Jennifer. Have fun and thank you so much for joining. Balance said to the beans burst. I know that's right. You love you some beans too, Gucci. I know that's right. Child. Like I said, that beans and that cornbread, that's a meal by itself. That's a whole mood right there. That's a whole mood, honey. Them beans and that cornbread. Yes, it is. Anyway, I done made myself hungry, y'all. Let me get off here. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I love you guys. Angela said, girl, me too, Sheba. I done made myself hungry, child. Ooh, that don't make no sense. Angela said, I enjoyed your life. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. No, thank you. Thank you all. That's a whole right. Ain't that a whole nap, Levant? Child, what you said, honey? Them beans stick to you too. They make you good and full. You can feel good and full and all warm and fuzzy on the inside, child. Yes, you do. Woo. Peace to you too, Gucci. Thanks for joining me. Thank all you guys for joining me. I really am gonna get off right. Thank you guys so much for interacting. Thank you for your for your comments, whether I agree or disagree. We all can agree on the fact that we have to be safe and we have to be careful and we have to protect ourselves because ain't nobody else gonna do it. So we got to do it the best we got to do, especially in these perilous times. All right, because they coming for us. All right, it's like we the ones wanted dead or alive now. You know what I mean? So we got to do what's best for us to keep us safe. and be smart. Y'all get y'all something good to eat. Find y'all something good to look at on television. Child, and just chill and just be safe. Try to limit your activity. When it comes to absolutely, we all gotta stick together. When it comes to being around a whole lot of people, especially if you ain't gonna have your mask on. Thank you, Kim. Kim. Just be keep yourself safe for you and your family. Because I for one person, every time I hear about just one person passing away from this madness that's going on, it's a lot. It's a lot for me. You know what I mean? Because everybody is deserving of dignity and respect. And this virus don't show dignity and respect to nobody. Nothing or nobody. And that's ridiculous in my mind. Tropical wants to enjoy your weekend. You too, Tropical Plus, enjoy your weekend. Keep praying and keep God first. I know that's right. I know that's right. Keep praying and keep God first. And so yeah, whether no matter if you believe in a Jesus or not, we all know that there's something greater than us out there, and I choose to believe that is the Most High God. And for as long as we can keep Him on our side, we gonna be all right. I know that's right. Stay home with a bowl of beans and be safe. What you said, Gucci? You ain't said that but a word, cause that's the truth. Get you something good to eat, like I done told you. I done start thinking about my fall recipes. Cause we already, can y'all believe we already in September? This year has went by fast. It's time for the holidays to roll around October, November, December. Then that's it for 2021. I'm like, Lord have mercy. The older I get, it seems like the faster the time goes by. It just be flying by. And so yeah, but life is short, but God is good. All the time. We got to keep that and, keep speaking life, like Lady Tia said earlier. And don't speak death on yourself or nobody else. Speak life, because like I said, life is hard, but God is good all the time. And so on that note, I'm going to get off here. Y'all, please hit that like button on your way out the door. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I appreciate everybody. And after you hit that like button, hit that notification bell. All they've been shady on the notifications, but it don't hurt to try. You know what I mean? Hit that share button if you want to. And I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a nice rest of your weekend. Love you guys. Talk to you later. All right. And don't forget to hug somebody that you love. Lady Tia, done lost several family members. Like I said, and we done talked about that today. And just hug somebody you love. Let them know that you care and that you're still here. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.